welcome to another short episode of the CGC commentary channel. I just want to talk today about a tweet I saw from an ex-Arkane founder, speaking on the dangers of Game Pass, which is, old trope, old hat at this point, right? Game Pass is dangerous, it's unsustainable, it's going to hurt the industry, yada, 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 yada. And I understand his take from the position of someone who wants to sell games, right? But from the position of a consumer, obviously we don't see the danger in it, and we would be right not to see the danger in it. It's not our concern. But I think his worries are a little bit misdirected, and I'll go into that very briefly here. The problem with the games industry, as has been noted in the last few days, is that not that many people buy games anymore. Matt Piscatella of Arkane has basically been on interviews and putting out data that will tell you that the top played games, week in and week out, month in and month out, year in and year out, are free to play games. Now, of course, something like Grand Theft Auto 6, which launches next year in May, is going to shift that. And then you have your outliers like the NBA 2Ks, the NFL Maddens, the FIFAs, or football clubs as it's known now, and Call of Duty. The problem with the sports games that I named is that they are in genres essentially where there is no competition for them, right? There's no other NFL game you can buy. There's no other NBA game you can buy. There's no other soccer game that you can buy. So they have that genre to themselves. In the case of Call of Duty, yeah, there's plenty of shooters, but Call of Duty is at that point now where it's a muscle memory purchase. People buy it every year regardless, because it's just something they buy every year. Those 4 games have that luxury, right? Most games don't have that luxury of either being muscle memory purchases or in the genres that they completely and utterly dominate. Like on Steam alone, 10,000 games have come out at least every year for like the last 3 years. The industry is saturated with games in a myriad of genres, except for very specific situations like the ones I listed before. And not only that, free-to-play games are obviously, well, they're free to start, free to play, and they're just a hell of a lot more convenient. Like, I'm a little worried about, my channel Avatar series Battlefield, because they haven't announced it yet, and there's been a lot of bad news coming about that I'll cover in another video. But like, Delta Force is coming in August. What's going to be the point of Battlefield? They haven't even really shown it to the public yet. All we've seen is leaks. And this game is going to be free to play in August. There's going to be a lot of games from a lot of big publishers that just don't make it. And to me, Game Pass is a way for a lot of games to have at least some kind of a shot in hell as compared to none at all. But tell me what you think, man. I don't know all the answers. I just don't think that Game Pass is the reason or the problem here. I think it's a much bigger issue. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, dislike. Let me know. Talk to you later.